Hello, and welcome to the Casino Tears podcast. I'm one of your hosts, 10 Ton is number one, and joining me as my co-host is the one and only Ed Robinson from Roll to Win Craps. If you want more info on our show, please visit our page at casinotears.com. On this week's show, we discuss Lunar New Year, Advantage Play, 5665, Game vs. Hand. We also touch on Palace Station, Gene Wilder, Harvey something, 220 Inside, Barbara Bush, Sweet Susie, and Ed reveals his nom de plume. Let's hear your audio, dude. Let's
Testing 1, 2, 3. 10 Ton is number one. He is now a rock star in the Country Boy Hall of Fame.
Oh, Ed, I'm in the Country Boy Hall of Fame. I never thought I'd get in the Country Boy Hall of Fame. Who else is in it? Billy Joe,
Country Boy Eddie,
yeah,
Bobby Sue,
Buddy Lee.
Yeah.
Who was that? There was a guy. Was he a stuntman? Buddy Lee Hooker or something?
I don't know. Did you ever watch Petticoat Junction?
I couldn't even tell you what that is. What is that?
You don't know Petticoat Junction?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell.
Had the three daughters. They would take baths or go swimming up in the water tank.
What?
What?
Is this rated PG?
Yeah, it was like early 70s.
Petticoat
comedy.
Junction. Who was in it?
I can't even remember the names.
Was it a TV show?
It was located in Hooterville.
Oh man, Hooterville.
Yeah, Sam Drucker was the store clerk, who was also the store clerk for Green Acres.
Hooterville.
In Hooterville.
Sounds like a place I'd like. I would like that place, Ed. Ed, hopefully it lives up to its name.
It did. That's where Petticoat Junction came from.
Okay.
They had 3 girls, 3 daughters.
Hooterville.
Yeah.
I want to go. Where is it, dude? Is it a real town?
I don't think so.
No, man.
We can make it one.
Oh. Okay, well.
Where were you in the early? You probably weren't even born. You probably weren't even born.
I would rather go to Hooterville than Biloxi. That's for sure. Okay.
They're close together. They're not far apart. But if you want to do a trip to Hooterville, I'll go with you.
Well, okay. Yeah, man.
Season 2 is underway, dude.
Season 2, man.
Episode 1 dropped yesterday.
Episode 1 and, episode 2, I just started working on. I think you get a little heated yelling at me. I don't know if you remember.
I never remember.
Yeah.
Once I'm done talking to you, I go to bed and it's over with.
It was about how I played Crapless.
Totally incorrect.
I know, man. You want to talk about my Crapless last 2 sessions since then? We could talk about that.
You got shit to brag on. Let's go.
Okay, let's start.
A lot of people liked our season 2 episode launch, by the way.
Well, what's not to like about it? Huh?
I wasn't real fine. I listened to it and I was afraid. I was like,
what?
Boy, we didn't do anything like we needed to do.
What do we need to do?
I don't know. I was like, damn, we didn't do anything.
Man, I don't know, man. Maybe you take for granted the amount of craps that we actually talk about. That's actually useful information.
Probably. I was like, it wasn't even funny. I mean, I was like, was this funny? I mean, I laughed a few times, but I was like, I don't know how anybody's going to take this. And then all I got was, I love season 2, episode 1. John was talking up the Harrah's Biloxi.
Oh yeah,
venting that I was doing.
It's something for everyone. It's got a mix of everything.
It does have everything. Yep.
I mean, the main thing is that it's 2 real craps players talking about craps, which is true.
It is true. We are real players.
You once asked me, what are we going to talk about? I'm like, we could talk about craps for all the time. That's what I mean. All I do is think about it.
But we don't.
No, but it's mixed in.
But that makes it good. It's
like, yeah. Dude, Hooterville. Oh my God. You would think that maybe those people from the Grinch also lived in Hooterville. Do you remember? They live somewhere. Whoville.
Yeah. Not Hooterville.
Yeah, it's down the block late at night. Hooterville. And then the next county over.
In the green section.
Oh man.
Anyway, yeah, Hooterville, great place. You had Uncle Sam. No, you had Sam Drucker. There was a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead. Three daughters, look nothing alike.
Man. Nope. I have no recollection of this.
You should Google it.
Maybe I will. I will probably.
Old fashioned comedy. You remember Green Acres?
Yeah. That's the place to be, right?
Green Acres was the place to be, and Green Acres was located in Hooterville.
It was in Hooterville?
Yes, it was in Hooterville.
Man. You know who was in that? Was Zsa Zsa Gabor?
Ava.
How'd they get famous? Were they just rich?
They were twins and they were good looking and they had that weird accent. Where were they from? I don't remember. Somewhere European.
Yeah, maybe
Zsa Zsa and Ava Gabor. And who was the guy?
Guy named Harvey? Was he the guy in the Mel Brooks? No.
No.
Who was that guy? Harvey something?
Not Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, that was funny, man. Blazing Saddles was funny. I think Gene Wilder is one of my most favorite actors ever. He's
Seriously?
funny, man. Yeah. Yeah.
You think he's funny?
Gene Wilder?
Gene Wilder.
Oh my God, dude. We couldn't be any more different. That guy's hilarious. Gene Wilder is
With
hilarious.
that crazy hair and bug eyes? No.
Oh my God. Gene Wilder is great. Didn't you ever see? You must have seen Willy Wonka. Oh, I bet you probably haven't. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I'm a grown man. Why would I watch Willy
So what,
Wonka?
dude? It's like you were younger then. That movie was amazing.
I was a grown man then too. Thank you very much.
You get nothing. That was a great, the wit and wisdom of Willy Wonka. Man, there's some good memes. I'm going to have to send you some. Willy Wonka, who was the guy? Harvey something. Harvey something. He was always in, he was in those Mel Brooks movies.
I liked Mel Brooks movies.
Yeah, well, Blazing Saddles. Well, Gene Wilder was in a lot of them. Young Frankenstein.
I know he was. I know who Gene Wilder is.
You don't think Gene Wilder is funny? I think he's great.
No, I'm not.
He was in Silver Streak also with Richard Pryor.
Pryor was funny. Eddie Murphy was funny.
Yeah, listen, man. Gene Wilder. Dude, History of the World. Dom DeLuise was in that.
I love Dom DeLuise.
Right?
I love Dom DeLuise.
Anyway, there was a guy, Harvey something, I'm sure it was. And he was also, oddly enough, he was also the voice of the great Gazoo, who was the little spaceman alien on the Flintstones. Oh, man. Petticoat Junction. Those girls they look beautiful.
They are beautiful.
It's a bunch of three Southern belles, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, dude, there's a Harvey something in those Mel Brooks movies.
You remember Beverly Hillbillies, right?
Man, I remember turning that show off.
You're not old enough. You're not.
I remember turning that show off. All that stuff did not excite me. I didn't like any of that.
The predecessor to Petticoat Junction was Beverly Hillbillies. The spinoff to Petticoat Junction was Green Acres.
Oh, wow, man. Sounds like it's very incestuous.
Well, most
I won't
of
make
us
a joke about the South.
I was going to say it's in the South. And the best way to make your sister jealous is to date your cousin.
There you go. That's a good one, Ed.
All right. So
I like that. I can make a lot of people jealous with these craps winnings, dude.
let me hear about it. Let's get off the petticoats and the Hootersville.
Okay. Well,
All right.
Hooterville. I'm never going to forget that now. Okay. I can't believe I didn't know that. So it's Saturday night. I went out to meet 220 Inside.
Good job, 10 ton.
He was in town.
Yep.
And of course, it took me so long because I had to stop by Palace Station because I went to say hello to Dice Shark.
Don't know him.
I watched him throw the chopper toss, dude. He goes out and plays up at whatchamacallit?
Is that from Connecticut?
Foxwoods. Yeah. Plays with BRB.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks smooth. I mean, I don't know much about that shot, except I enjoyed watching him throw that shot. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is. It's a tough toss to learn. Once you learn it, it's a beautiful shot. A lot of pain to get there, though.
He had that shot dialed in, though, man. Watched how he set his dice and watched how he lined those things up. Great combo.
Good.
Met his wife. We had something in common. She has a degree in multiple degrees in psychology.
You have a degree in you have more than one degree in psychology?
Dude, what the hell, man? I have a master's in clinical psych, undergrad and
No wonder you're always fucking with my head.
grad. How do you not know
Bleep,
that?
bleep that. I knew that.
You know, one of my best friends, Courtney. Courtney spells his name with a Courtenay. Courtenay. Anyway, he's from Stockton. I used to go play
California?
poker with. Yeah, I used to go play poker with him.
You know what show was in Stockton?
No.
Come on, dude. Get real.
So, what do you mean, Stockton, California?
Yeah, there was a show based in Stockton, California.
What is it?
Big Valley.
Big Valley?
Yes.
I don't
Lee
think
Majors,
of Lee Majors was in Big Valley.
Barbara.
Bush?
No. That's George Washington.
Barbara who?
George Bush was the only president to get his wife on the $1 bill.
Man, there's a lot of people that actually say that Barbara Bush is a man. I don't want to go through there, but man, she does have a striking resemblance to
George Washington.
one of our founding fathers. Man,
You don't know Big Valley? Come on, dude.
Big Valley? No, I don't. I think there's a Thunder Valley casino up there, in Northern California somewhere. But no, Big Valley, what's that about? Were they wearing like 10-gallon hats? Did it have to do with
It was
horses?
a Western. It was a great Western, man. A great Western series. Come on.
That is not what I think of when I think of Stockton, dude. Stockton, California is, that was in the 1800s. It was probably a nice place.
Probably. A lot of cattle.
I'm not sure if it is anymore.
I doubt it. It's in California. It's one of the few places that's not toast right now, probably.
No, I don't know. I don't
mean,
think
God
you know
almighty,
Stockton
got-
too well. Stockton.
They got a lot of destruction in California.
Yeah.
Your hometown. Your town.
Yep,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Terrible.
So, but I don't want to offend people from Stockton. So, okay, Ed. So I was at Palace Station, hanging out with Dice Shark, watching him throw the chopper toss. It seems like a very difficult toss to throw. It's not.
It's hard to learn. It's hard to learn.
Doesn't seem like it's user friendly. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's not. It's not. It's very painful to get proficient at it.
Yeah, it looked like there was a snap of the wrist. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a snap almost.
Yep. You stack them and they come out sideways. Yeah, I know.
Dice Shark gave me a good bit of info.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I can't believe that oyster bar, that the line, to get the pan roast, that line. I said, there's no one in the line. And he's like, no, the line's 3 hours long. He's like, that's the line. And then he pointed to it.
God.
And I was like, oh man, because they used to wait. I had to wait in that line. I think I've mentioned this before.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Right? 2 hours to get.
To eat raw fish.
Well, it was a pan roast. It's kind of from the South down there, bouillabaisse and stuff like that. Isn't that bouillabaisse? Stuff like that. It is. It's an oyster bar, dude. I know it's got the origins are from your neck of the woods down there, South. So anyway, that pan roast was really, really tasty. No wonder why they wait for 3 hours.
If you eat lunch there, you got to go back and get in the line to eat dinner, right?
Yeah. So listen.
That's
So,
crazy.
but then he told me there's also an oyster bar up at Santa Fe Station, and there's no line there. So all you have to do is drive like 20 minutes up north, and they've got the same restaurant with no line.
Really?
Yeah. I thought that was a
Good intel.
great intel. If you know, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, it took forever to get over to Planet Hollywood. 220 Inside's like, where are you? And I'm like, yeah, sorry, this thing took forever. Got stuck in some sort of concert traffic. So went over, met 220 Inside.
Right.
I looked for him at Stick Right 1 because of what you said. You said, look, he's going to shoot from Stick Right 1. So then I narrowed it down to 2 people. What I'm looking at, and you don't know. I'm like,
I should have sent you a picture.
Figured it out. I showed up there right when he was in the middle of his role, so I didn't disturb him.
Right.
And I forgot to tell him how much I love his real last name. I totally spaced. He's got such a cool, legitimate last name, which could be a handle. I wanted to ask where that came from because I've never heard it before.
I don't really know. I mean, he grew up in Philly, I think, but he lived
God, so
most
many
of the time.
Philly people. God.
Most of the time I've known him, he lived in Boston, but he's moved back into Pennsylvania.
God, I hope the Eagles lose a Super Bowl. Talk about
Go Eagles! I'm pulling for Jalen.
man. Talk about.
I got too many Bama guys on that team not to pull for them.
I have the whole Georgia team on there. That Georgia championship team on there. I tell you what, man. Let me just tell you about the Eagles and the Chiefs. Think there's like probably two franchises that only the people in Kansas City and Philadelphia want to see win the Super Bowl. I think the rest of the country does not care.
No, we care. And the
Really?
rest of the country cares. Yeah. It's just like all the Bama haters for years. Everybody in the country is a KC hater right now.
Really? I like Andy Reid. I think Andy Reid is a way cooler
I
coach.
didn't say Andy Reid wasn't a good coach. And I mean, he's got the walrus look. He's got all that stuff
great,
going for
right?
him.
Isn't that cool, man?
But, I didn't say they weren't a great team. None of that stuff. Everybody's tired of them. I can promise you, 90% of the country will be pulling for the Eagles.
God, man.
At least till halftime.
I know that there's a bunch of Eagles fans out there. I know Dice D. Janis and John from Pro Craps. Listen, man, all the Eagles fans, they can just suck it. I am not a fan. I'm not a fan. But then again, my team always loses.
Goes against me. Pulling for them goes against my norm because I've always been an AL, American Football League fan, AFC fan. But I'm tired of KC, so let's go Eagles. And plus, we got a bunch of Bama guys. I mean, I gotta go for Jalen. He went to Bama.
Jesus, did you just say the AFL?
I did. American Football League.
Oh my God, man. That's like before realignment, way back when.
That was when Joe Namath beat the Sox off of the Baltimore Colts.
Baltimore
in
Colts.
the Super Bowl. Yeah, the Raiders were AFL, by the way.
Oh yeah. Regardless of whatever league.
Anyway, so
I'd rather have a three-peat and the Walrus than the Italian coach. And I should like Sirianni, but I don't. There's something about him I can't
You're
stand.
Italian. You go against your blood, dude.
Yeah, I know I am. But, the Eagles have like beat the Vikings ass so much. The Chiefs hardly ever play them.
Everybody beats the Vikings.
Not necessarily. Green Bay hasn't been.
Dude,
and Chicago.
I don't even want to ask you about your team. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, well, they're not in it. They got their asses beat. But I'd rather see KC. I'm pulling for KC just because I hate the Eagles so much.
Okay.
For the record, I think Jalen's cool. He's cool. It's tough to, hate on that guy. And obviously, Barkley, Saquon's a fucking great running back, and the Giants were stupid to trade him in division. Stupid. Who would do that?
I don't know, but they did, whatever.
They are so dumb. Like that whole division, I was really rooting for the Commanders, man.
Nah, I can't get into them. Nope.
Oh my God, man.
If they were still the Chiefs,
the Redskins, you mean?
Redskins, yeah.
Yeah.
But when they went woke and changed their name to nothing for a while, and then
yeah, it was Washington nothing.
Yeah.
All right, so
that.
dude,
Screw that and the team.
You know what? I want it to end in a tie somehow if they can both lose. I show up at Plant Hollywood, 220's there. It's a crapless table. Floor asked me if I wanted it. He's like, you want a marker? No. You know why? Because I'm finally going to put my foot down. I don't want to play those tables that don't have those feature bets. I know you don't care about it. I know that you're going to say you should be able to, make money on the craps table like a real man without relying on bonuses and repeaters. But I'm going to say it's the age of the iPhone. It's like, why? You know what? It's there. Why not use it to your advantage? Been thinking this for a long time. Why am I playing these crapless tables without any feature bets? At Paris, at Planet Hollywood. So I only put down 2,000. I did not shoot. It was too crowded for me to shoot to get that like little too tight.
Your wingspan would have been limited, right?
Yeah, he was, 220 was stick right one. And then it was me kind of squeezed in there. There was another guy and then another guy. Too tight, man. So lost. just under 1,700. Not good.
No.
On my way back, we chatted. He was staying at Paris.
Yep.
Walked into Paris, and I was telling him, I'm like, man, we started talking about sets for like horn numbers and stuff, right?
He is a pro.
Oh man, I was curious. What do we started talking because I've been fixated on finding a set that works for me that will hit a lot of horn numbers because I've been playing Crapless a lot. And dude, the guy pulls out this thing from his wallet with all these it's great, man. It was like a folded up piece of paper. It's like old Morse code in there, secret passwords and stuff. And it had all these different sets and the other combos on it. Super cool, man.
Yeah.
Legit.
He's pro.
Yeah.
He's pro.
Unfortunately.
And he knows all of his sets.
And he's another guy that loves Biloxi.
Yes, he does.
I know a lot of people like Biloxi, man.
Biloxi is Vegas without the steroids.
Man, I don't know.
I know you don't know.
I don't know. I don't know, but I'll stick with the steroids. So we were supposed to go play on Sunday, but unfortunately he came down with something sick.
Yeah, he got like food poisoning, he told me.
I was telling him, nice thing about living where I live is that when I go home, if I'm in the mood, I can always saunter over to look at the tables when I get back home. And that's what I did. Wandered over instead of going, just took a detour, walked right in there. And then I was looking at the Crapless tables. And guess what, Ed? That Crapless table that you like,
Ed Aria,
it was open. And guess what? No one was that stick right one. There was a couple people there. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Floor guy was great. This guy, his name's Amir. He's awesome. That factored into the decision too. I'm like, this guy's here, this dealer there named Twee. She's what a cool name, right?
Really?
Twee was actually
Tweebird. Tweebird.
Funny story about her. This is earlier in the year, but I had made them all, right? And I was laughing because I needed 2 numbers. I know I needed the 10 though, right?
Yeah.
It was just me and one other person at the table. I'm like, supposedly if you change your set to this, it's going to hit that number, right?
Yeah.
And then literally I hit it. And then I knocked the tall. And then she was laughing. And then I'm like, now supposedly if I change my set again to this other set, should hit these 2 numbers, right? And I did. I hit them all. And we were just both laughing. So I hit them all with her. And it's funny because I had another great roll. She was there. A few other Italian and Greek guys were also there, Ed. They ended up all leaving.
You run them off.
And so there happened to be a guy there that I'd seen a long time ago. Do you know how sometimes you just recognize people that have had good rolls?
Yeah.
I literally haven't seen this guy probably in 6 months, but I remember him thinking man, he's really shooting it up right now. He killed it one night. Just a, mild-mannered guy, right? But I recognized him, came close to making them all or hit him, and I was bummed I didn't bet on him at that time. So anyway, he had a decent roll, 2 numbers away from clearing them all. Then he asked me, dice came all around to me. He's like, do you want me to move so you could shoot? Stick right one? I said, yeah, I'd love it. That'd be great. And so he moved over. It was just us 2 on the table at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? Let me try this new set out. Okay. And I was like, listen, man, not that he even knew, don't go crazy on me. I'm trying a new set. Okay. He just looked at me. He didn't know what I was talking about. The set was, and it was a set because I was having this conversation with Moonshine. Lately, I've just been curious about what sets people use. Not that you're going to get those same results. Far from it. Everyone's set is their set. You shouldn't even be like, just because Ed throws this 3V means I'm going to get whatever numbers are your dominant numbers when you throw your 3V. You can't think about it that way. So Moonshine and I were talking about this set, 5-6-6-5.
That's my come out set.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Ed, I was working on this half-7 set lately. I've just been experimenting in the lab. So for some reason, that set came to mind and I threw it. And Ed, I put 300 on the bonus, 100, 100, 100, 300 on the line. And then I just went to town, dude.
Did you hit a lot of extremes?
Well, I did hit a few extremes. I hit the 2 twice. I hit the 12 3 times. It was one of my points too. And I made it as a point. I hit the 11 a bunch of times. And now you'll see I never hit a 3. So it came down to, I was like, oh my God, man, I can't believe like this set's like.
I use that as my come out play a lot with the world bet.
Man, I can't wait to try it again. So it turned into a legit roll. So I needed the 11 and the 3. I'm looking up there and I'm like, please. To myself, I'm like, it's when I get religious, semi-religious. I'm like, please, God. That's what I said. I'm like, just let me hit. Just let me hit.
Sweet
one
baby
of them.
Jesus, let me have a 3 and a yo.
Because that's $3,000, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom, I hit the 11. I'm ecstatic, right? I was down as well. And so I'm already up in profit mode. Now just pressing things up there. And then after that, didn't take that long to pay out. There was a stick change, turned my bets off. There were 2 stick changes, by the way. It was on the second stick change.
Nice for you.
Then a guy, fucking white guy and some other dude decide to just go to the other side of the table during my roll and plop down a stack of chips right where I was shooting. So then I stopped. I put my dice back.
Did they work for the casino?
How
would you know?
I wouldn't know. So I looked at the guy, put my dice back because I was in mid roll, put him back. I looked at the other guy who was right next to me. We were on the same 5.
Yeah.
He was turning it off when the stick guy came in. Yeah, I'm turning my bets off. He turned his bets off. I turned my bets off. I just looked at the guy, and then he figured it out. He looked at me. We had a little staring contest. And then he picked up his chips.
You gave him the 10-ton eyeball.
Yeah, man. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, why would you do that? Obviously everyone knows. Look up there. There's one number missing. Why would you do that? And if you had any brain, you would see right where I'm throwing them. Why would you put your chips there? So anyway, then he moved it. I had my bets off. I rolled something, turned them back on, hit a point. Everything was good. I didn't know the alternative to this set to flip it, which is a flip.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all because it was the first time throwing this set. I was just going in there even more blind when I do know what I'm supposed to do. Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just pure dumb luck. Then the crowd was gathering around. We were all making money. And I was thinking, oh man, Ed, it's going through my head. I'm like, how am I not hitting this 3? I needed a 3. And I didn't know what to do. You know what? I don't know what to do. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and just keep stacking and making money.
That's all you can do in that position.
I was up 9,000 at that point. Okay. Yep. Profit. And I'm just like, please. I'm just saying to myself, no,
baby Jesus, give me a
please.
3.
I'm like, please, I just need a 3 because that's $18,000. This 3 is $18,000. This will be a huge win, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking didn't, man. And then I 7'd out. I mean, obviously, I'm happy. I made the decision I colored up really quick after that and had about $8,800 profit.
Nice.
And then I texted Moonshine, sent him a picture. I said, thanks for the suggestion. It's like 2 a.m. Yeah.
Did he respond?
Yeah, we talked the next day, man.
Okay.
Yeah. If he was there, I would have tipped him, man.
If I was there, I'd have told you to flip the dice.
I know. I would have, because I would have asked you. And I had the opportunity a couple times on the come out roll.
Yeah.
Then that's even sweeter when your point is 12 and you hit that 12.
Oh, I love it when that happens.
Ed, I can answer some questions. Just to clarify, you can put 5,000 place bets. You can max them out at 5,000 at Aria.
Okay, cool.
Obviously, any of the feature bets.
We'll do that in March.
The most you can win is 15K. So it's 500 on the small, tall, 100.
I will not do that part.
I went back up after I hit the tall.
Yeah.
Pumping it up a couple hundred. I think I had 300 on there.
Oh, wow.
One number away from that as well. So anyway, you can put 3 times max odds behind for all the extremes. Okay. Which is different from Paris and Planet Hollywood, which is just 1 time.
Okay. Good to know.
I'm curious as to why a company like Caesars, or why Paris and Planet Hollywood wouldn't allow you to put 3 times odds back there, or why they limit it. I mean, they're a big property.
It's you're going to have at certain Caesars properties, you're going to have people coming in playing $1,000 pass lines, $5,000 pass lines.
That's true.
That's the reason. That's the reason. Now, if you get on a private table and you negotiate, you're buying in for $250,000, you can do other things. But for us peons, yeah.
Another crapless victory, man.
Don't you love Crapless? Born in the South, traveled west.
Yeah, man. I do. That's a good thing that came out of the South. A lot of good things came out of the South.
Absolutely. Etouffee. Did I ever tell you what my pen name was when I was writing books?
You had a pen name? Is that a gnome de plume? Is that what they say? Is it gnome de plume?
I don't know what gnome de plume means. I just know what
So.
pen name.
I think so. What is it?
Never mind.
What is it? Did you write that? Did you write with like an inkwell and a big feather on the pen? I could just see you.
I did. Yeah, and the feather would tickle your nose and you would sneeze.
Ed, what's your
You know what my first name was?
no, I don't know at this point. It's
Take a guess.
Abraham. What?
No.
What is it? Wyatt.
No.
That's a good one.
It's so obvious. It's right under your nose. You wouldn't even realize it.
What is it? A full-length extended version of this podcast is available exclusively on our Patreon page. New episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. We hope you enjoyed this podcast and will tell all of your fellow craps playing friends about it. Please follow Casino Tears on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. If you like the show, please rate it 5 stars and leave a review. The best and most fun way to contact us would be to call and leave a message on our official Casino Tears vent line, 229-07. You can also email us at no7@casinotears.com. And lastly, to help support this podcast, you can visit our Patreon at patreon.com/casinotears. On behalf of Roll to Win Craps from Alabama and 10 Ton is #1 from Las Vegas, thanks for listening.